Alright, welcome everybody here to Game 2 of the JoinDOTA Masters Grand Finals, Tough Bananas versus Dara. You are supposed to watch the first game first, so I will spoil the result of the first game. And it's surprising that Tough Bananas took out Dara in the first game, and it's a team that's really new to the scene, and I have no idea. I only know Henry Dickinson from that team, and Calculus and Balsam, but the other ones I don't. Henry Dickinson is actually a guy that I played with a few games but didn't manage to stay in touch with him. So respect to the Tough Bananas and Henry Dickinson to find himself such a nice team beating Dara, and Dara has been looking really tough lately. So I will jump us now into our game. They're just asking if both teams are ready, and then we're going to start. With me, of course, is again Durka. Are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Cool. How did you like that first game, man?
Um, it was interesting. I did expect the Top Bananas to pull out the first game simply from the surprise factor because Dara don't know much about them. I don't think they've done much research into them. But seeing them win it in such a convincing fashion, in a style that befit Dara and the style that Dara have been using in their past few games, it was quite interesting to watch that.
So yeah, Jigsaw, if you're currently tuning to my stream, yeah, I did leak that for a little bit, but please leave the game. They will not start when you're in there. Sorry about that, man, but if it was possible, then yeah. If it was possible, I would have all you guys being able to join all the games, but unfortunately Dota 2 is a market where money is being made and all possibilities of stream cheating or cheating in general have to be removed, and thus it's not possible for normal people to be in these games. That's why casters like myself exist, or Toby1, and he has a great co-commentator in Puppy. And yeah, Dirk and I are working ourselves up there as well. We're learning slowly. The next big thing that I will be learning for is how to stream in 720p without the whole thing being crazy. Dara, are you ready?
Hmm. Usually on teams they have someone dedicated to sort of sit in IRC or whatever channel they're in just to make sure there's someone from their team who can actually answer for them.
Yeah.
Because once it gets into situations like this where the admin's asking, Dara, you ready? Dara, Dara, and there's no answer whatsoever, it gets quite frustrating for anyone involved.
Yeah, if I would have known that they will take their sweet hours time, I would have put on some music and grabbed myself by tweet because, yeah.
Hunger strikes. Oh, there's Artstar saying go.
Here we go. Awesome, guys. Man, game 2, Tough Bananas against Dara. Let's see if the Tough Bananas will keep this up, because they're definitely riding on like a wave of confidence now, because they took out Complexity twice. Now they beat one of the best teams out there in Dara. And here goes the draft. Let's see how they do this. Switch the overlays around. And yeah, now the Tough Bananas will have their first pick, and maybe Dara in Artstyle will like that position a little bit more, because he will be able to secure his position in terms of strategy and the execution in terms of hero picks a little bit better, because he will have two picks at the same time, whereas the Tough Bananas now will only have one. And with the sheer volume of strong heroes in the current hero pool and the possibility of forcing more of those strong heroes to remain in the pool by selectively banning out okay heroes, I think Artstyle is in a way better position here. What do you think?
Well, on my screen, art style had disconnected. Oh, there it goes, just reconnected.
Oh.
Perfect. So
Art
yeah,
style, new strategy. He will just let the timer run out and have random team.
yeah, he's thinking of how to get into the game as quickly as possible because he's already run through about 20 seconds of his time.
Yeah, Leshrac. First ban for the Tough Bananas. Don't want to have to deal with this incredible pushing hero. And the Tough Bananas pulled out some really interesting strats here with Calculus being such a boss on Puck and Nino being so awesome on... Actually, this was a team effort. We didn't really do any game analysis, but man, Nino on Lena, such a nice position to play. Henry D on Shadow Demon, just on top of it, disrupting the needed target when it was needed, and Calculus just doing the initiations perfectly with its supports being there in time, and of course Balsam on the Brewmaster. Was he a Brewmaster? Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
Brewmaster, doing just a good job as well. So banned out Darkseer as well as Chen from Artstyle and Windrunner. What do you think that this is going to? Where is this going to?
Well, they're pretty standard bans so far, but the Enchantress still hasn't been banned out. And so far in this ban pool, there's still the Brewmaster, Invoker, Furion, and Lycan. With only 2 spots left to ban out, with those 4 heroes still in the pool, it's going to be very interesting what happens.
There goes the Lycan. Let me please see a Train Protector. There we go. Invoker still in the pool. What are the Tough Bananas going to do now? Is this going to be again the same thing where they're like, okay, we'll take Invoker, fine, or will
I think
Artstyle be like, no God, no?
they seem to love that Brewmaster, and I think they're either going to pick it.
Broodmother maybe, I think. Maybe again a Broodmother. Because they fit very well with this, or maybe the Tough Bananas will think we'll go completely different. But that might be a double-edged sword if they go completely different now. If that backfires, then they might feel a little bit dumbfounded when they lose this game, and then it will be completely even odds in terms of psychological advantages in the third.
Exactly. That's the Brewmaster, as I thought. They're on the front foot, they want to stick with something familiar, and they've been doing really well with that Brewmaster on Balsam. He knows what he's doing. And there's the Enchantress for Art Style.
Alright, back to the roots. Artstyle previously banning out both Chen as well as Enchantress, now going one step back in time, going, alright, let's not try out too much crazy stuff. Let's go with my Enchantress. Artstyle will most definitely be playing that Enchantress. God will be on that Broodmother. And the Tough Bananas Tidehunter, I love that pick. Such a strong hero. I think he's totally underrated in my opinion. Shadow Demon, again, will be played by Henry Dickinson because he did such a great job in the last game. And the last pick here will be Enigma from Artstyle. So, what do you think about the picks so far?
Well, Dara look like they're going for a very, very hardcore push lineup here because Broodmother, Enigma, and Enchantress, depending on what the 2 other heroes they pick up here, it looks like they're going to be possibly going into both jungles.
Yeah, either that or a long lane Enigma. But as you said, even the Enigma, Broodmother, and Enchantress, that is just really, really strong. Oh, a buddy of mine is interested whether I'm streaming. I'm just going to send him my my internet address here really quickly. There we go.
But yeah, the Tough Bananas sticking with what they know best, the Shadow Demon and the Brewmaster, obviously fitting quite nicely into their playstyle, so they're sticking with that. And Tidehunter are going to add that nice big team fight, possibly played by Calculus. He might play that as the sort of, not semi-carry Tide, but you know, he won't be playing this, possibly not playing the support Tide, but that sort of tanky, get the pipe or dagger or force staff or whatever you need to carry through the early mid-game with your Ravagers.
Yeah, that might very well be the case. Invoker gets better from Arsenal, doesn't want to deal with that annoying hero Venomancer, as well as Lone Druid banned out from Calculus, and the last ban for Artside is going to be the Death Prophet. So now the next pick going to be up for the Tough Bananas, and what do you think are they going to be looking for?
It could be absolutely anything. They kept themselves quite nicely open here, but if they carry on with what they were doing with the Brewmaster mid with the Shadow Demon or possibly another support, we could see a solo bottom Tide. But they've kept themselves very open. The Tide could fit any role they wanted. He could even fall back into a support Tide if necessary, if they pick up a Mirana or something. But it all depends on how they want to go with this.
Man, Mirana has been completely omitted in every draft of this entire tournament. She hasn't been picked or banned in any game that we casted during the last 2 days. So
Yeah, people are up. Oh, and there's the Lena again.
again, so Nino, Henry D, will again be joining hands here on support business, and Nino has just been on top of his game here.
So I'm going to change what I said and say that we're going to see that trial in again with the Brewmaster SD Lena for a short while before he reaches level 3 or so, at which point the two supports will start to roam. Possibly see that tied on solo mid.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure though.
I also would presume that Titan should be on the solo mid business, and regarding the top lane, they might want to go for someone who will be self-reliant so they can focus their attention on, so Titan can focus his attention on getting some last hits, get a quick level 6, for the bottom lane to again apply this pressure like they did last time, because as we remember in the first game, both Shadow Demon as well as Lina were forced to TP up toward the top to kind of counteract that pressure, and that was a good decision in that game. But here, Artstyle goes for the Queen of Pain, so who will play? Will God really play a Broodmother, or will he go for the Queen of Pain?
I'm pretty sure we'll see God on that Queen of Pain. But the players on Dara are so, they're so so good at playing any sort of role they want. They do have their core roles which they do sort of fit into, but if Artstar says you're playing this hero, I'm pretty sure they'll play that hero.
I can hear it click a lot when you have your mic activated and you're talking. You should perhaps try to keep that clicking to a minimum.
Yeah.
Storm Spirit, last pick, so most likely Tidehunter will, well, it doesn't matter if Tidehunter goes mid or in the short lane. Storm Spirit can also go in either one. And here we go, Night Stalker, early to mid game madness, gonna come out of Dara here. Really interested to see how this is gonna go. My goodness, I'm really looking forward to this game. This is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I love Night Stalker and Queen of Pain, especially when they're both grouped together on the same team. But that Storm Spirit, he's going to have a nasty old time against the Night Stalker. Silence and Void on a low hit point hero like Storm.
Yeah.
Very
Cactual is most likely going to be on that Storm Spirit, I presume. But I do not know enough about the Tough Bananas to be the judge of that. We will basically just have to check like this. And sure enough, Calculus will be on that Storm Spirit. Nino again on that. Lena has done an awesome job lately. Henry D on support duty on that Shadow Demon one more time. S4 this time will be playing that Tidehunter. Will make sure that the team fight will go the way of the Tough Bananas. And Balsam again on that Brewmaster showed how well he can do with that hero. And now in the pause, you can go ahead and do the Dara side.
Yep, we have Mag on the Broodmother, Goblin on the Enchantress, not Artstyle, interestingly enough. We have Artstyle on that Enigma, God on his Queen of Pain, and Funnick on that Night Stalker.
Maybe a call from Artstyle to be like, okay, Goblin, I love you, man, but your performance with Enigma last game was pretty damn awful, so I will do that. You pick Enchantress, convert some creeps, and push some lanes, bro.
It's entirely possible.
Look at this, did you see what Balsam said? I see what he did there. Do you see what he did there?
What did who do there?
That N, isn't that Cyrillic for go? Or am I completely wrong here? Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. Oh, yes, yeah, it is, okay. Because Arsa said the same thing, he probably had his...
Oh yeah, he probably had the Cyrillic auto type on.
Yeah. Did you go over the Dire side? I wasn't... My attention span is, I think, too short.
Yes, I did.
Look at his G here, picks up just himself, 3 branches and a really quick set of wards, so interesting. Oh, actually he probably got those wards handed to him as he has still 300 gold left on him. Tough Bananas here, roaming around. Look at this customized Tidehunter, do you see that? Dum da dum da dum.
Oh look, yeah.
Man, I love Valve. Okay, look at toward the top lane here. Goblin and Funnick. Gonna be making sure this laner gets shut down. G, of course, in the middle here, and Mag on Broodmother.
Again, lots of signaling coming out of this Dara side. I'm not entirely sure what they signal for.
Yeah. Man, who is this Epi guy? He is super nice, giving everyone battle points.
Constantly giving everyone battle points, which don't mean anything in lobby games.
Hey, hey, hey.
What a nice guy.
DD up on Nino here now. Also, let's check out the war placement here quickly. This ward here, taking care of this rune as well as any potential movement coming in from all these directions over here. And G making sure that his middle here will be locked down, that he knows immediately when anyone's going to come toward the mid lane and disturb his little session that he wants to have with bo3, because he wants to make sure he dominates his lane against him completely.
Not only that, but that ward spot to the east of that tier 1 tower,
Also,
it's a great ward spot in Dota 2 because they slightly changed how the fog works around the mid lane, and that gives sight up there, so Queen of Pain's going to be able to spam her poison as often as possible without Spellsun being able to hide in the fog.
oh, very nice for you to point that out, and also, of course, it gives sight of that top rune in case I didn't point that out, but that's something that most of you Dota players know already. Calculus here, trying to harass Mag out of here, isn't impressed by... Oh, he does have vision of him, but where's that ward? Oh, look at that, has a pretty long range apparently. He hit him over there. Another ward put down by Mag now. And up to now, relatively tame. Nino again on roaming duty. Let's see if he will be able to perform as well as he did in the first game. Funnick here, already sitting on 8 last hits, S4 on 2. He should actually be hitting with that big ass thing here in his other hand. Actually, I'm not too sure what would do more damage.
Yeah, well, Balsam using up all of his tangos but managing to pick up his bottle. Queen of Pain also picking up the bottle at precisely the same time. The only difference there was that Dara have a flying courier.
So, in 4 seconds, the rune's gonna spawn in G as well as Nino now, making themselves on their way over there. And it is on the bottom. So now the race starts. Awesome. This is the good thing when having 2 heroes on the mid lane. Balsam's like, ha 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 ha, now I can run towards the bottom.
Yeah, precisely. The Lina can go top lane, guard the rune, while Balsam stays, farms, gets
Oh my
the
goodness,
experience.
check out top lane. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Anyone have a Ring of Basilius here for some good aura? No, but I don't think it's going to be needed. Look at this tower taking so much damage so fast. Look at this dive on S4. They want to make sure that he gets the heck out while they take this tier 1 tower. And this looks more like it. At 2 minutes, the first tier 1 tower is going to drop. So here we go. Slow up on S4. Where's the stun from Arsa? He doesn't have any mana, but here's the slow from Enchantress. He tries to fight this, gets netted up, and this might be enough. No, he will survive this. But the tier 1 tower is going to take a fall for sure. That is for certain.
And a salve being wasted there by the Tidehunter as well, getting hit by a Dark Troll Ward Lord auto attack just at the moment he popped his salve.
Oh. One sad Tide. Alright, in the middle lane here we have God sitting on 12 last hits. That's 4 per minute. bo3 also on 12, so he's been doing a really fine job. Nino here. Wow, look at this, bursting down God to 1/3 HP. He has to be careful. Nino is a really dangerous Lina player here. Henry D here, making sure to keep Mag under pressure here. Look at this Soul Catcher up on him. Auto attacks hurt him so much. He has to pop a net just to get out. Oh, look at this gigantic range of that thing, and Mag not even sure where to go. Now he knows he's safe. Again, the Tough Bananas just showcasing some excellent team play.
Yeah, Mag isn't going to have his Soul Ring for a long while the way this lane is going. Henry Dickinson ensuring that he's going to get as little farm as possible, with Calculus taking as much gold as he possibly can.
Yeah.
At top lane we see Artstyle here looking to go mid possibly. Dire Courier sprinting across towards G, giving himself boots, and there's a double damage there for him.
Ping goes off from Artstyle. Defensive ping from Nino, so he's up in his business. He's really on top of it. Has good vision of the minimap and knows what to expect Artstyle here. Diving S4. But basically just wants to convert some creeps, but he now might be in a little bit of trouble. Look at this Anchor Smash doing so much damage. And in 5 more mana he's going to have another Gush, and this Artstyle looks in trouble. Brown though, which is funny. Moving in to support. Nice move from Artstyle using his stun defensively. But he will have to go back to base to heal up. Oh! Shit.
Well calculated there by S4 using the, I think it was 6 or so magic stick charges he had to get that extra mana for the Gush. Artstyle not expecting that whatsoever.
Man, Dara being showed up here. G on level 5, sitting on 21 last hits. Now bo3 taking the lead slowly, sitting on 3. And Mag still having a really tough time. Look at Henry D here, investing all of his money immediately into Sentinels, making sure Mag won't get jack squat. And Funnick here getting dived. Brewmaster goes down, followed by Tidehunter. 2 TTB heroes go down. Really strong dive must have happened as it appears here on the top tier 2 tower. So yeah, wasn't able to catch that on the bottom lane though. Yeah, Mag's still having trouble, but it appears that the action does happen on the top lane. This looks very much like CIS Dota, pressuring one lane down with 2 or 2 3 heroes. Enchantress as well as Enigma, so good for that. S4, not yet on level 6. Support TP coming, slows up on art style. TP here taking a little bit longer, but still, Balsam does have boots. Will be able to catch up here shortly. They have focus on art style. He does really want to go for him. Cancels his stun. Now realizing S4 here is in really big trouble. Funnick here continuing the dive, attacking him, but the stick charges keep him alive, and really look at that block on Balsam, keeping him alive.
That Kraken shell coming just at the right time, dispelling Earn Charge, dispelling the slow that was on him, and then stick charges to give him that little bit of mana he needed for a gush to turn around and make sure that no one was following him any further.
Yeah, Henry D moving in again on Mag here. Really nice timing here from Calculus. Look at this, 2 sentry wards in the complete area of Mag. He's running in exactly the wrong vision, but he doesn't know where the wards are going to be, but he doesn't have enough HP to take it out alive. But still, just has a soul ring after 6 minutes and isn't able to utilize it to such a great effect. Henry D with Calculus on that bottom lane are locking that brute down.
Well, I'm not sure if Henry Dickinson could have got that soul catcher to land on that broodmother there. There were a lot of creeps in the way. It may have been possible for him to angle it so that it only hit the broodmother, but again, very difficult skill shot to land soul catcher on a single unit, a single specific unit, when there are so many creeps around.
Yeah, that is true. God here, buying so many wards, or is not sure if he himself spent the gold, but he wants to make sure that he has vision there. They are placing a lot of faith into his skills here on that Queen of Pain. Balsam, 32 last hits, God, 30 last hits. And that's even with him going down once, I think. Yeah, he did go down once. And G does have 1 kill, so let's quickly check the gold graph here. Dara is leading that, of course, because they were pushing down the tier 1 on the top. The tier 2 is only sitting at 300 HP on the bottom lane in the meantime. Mag realizes that the sentries, most of them have actually timed out. Quickly check what's going on over here.
Take a look at bottom lane.
Bonnick going to find himself Henry D. He uses Disrupt defensively to buy himself some more time. Nuke out on him from Mag, and it's just going to be a matter of cooldown time before Henry D is dead. Doesn't even want to waste the mana, just auto attacks him down.
Not one piece of bristles shall I waste.
Another tier 1 tower on the bottom lane might get pressured pretty intensely, while S4 farming up on the top lane now picked up his level 6. Sitting on 950 gold, most likely going to pick up those mana boots. A dive here happening on the bottom lane on Calculus, who charges up his overload here on Funnick. Wow, Calculus, man, you are such a baller. Support TP also coming in. Calculus just showcasing what an awesome player he is. Henry D making sure he gets a little bit better positioning, and down goes Funnick.
Yeah, a little bit overconfident there, not compensating for the fact that SDE could possibly come in, and then Tidehunter TPing in as well. Disable from Calculus with the extra damage from those remnants and overload, just too much for that Night Stalker diving in out of that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, here we go. G just sitting on power treads. Funnick has power treads as well as Urn of Shadows, but as we already know, Night Stalker, a hero very much dependent upon momentum, so that death within the first night is something that should not happen with the Night Stalker. Rather stay in your lane, man, or even go neutral farming, but don't die in the first night as a Night Stalker. That cannot happen. Calculus as well as S4 now picking up Arcane Boots, and Balsam again grabbing those phase boots, going to look to farm toward that dagger. Quickly going to check the gold here as well, while in the bottom lane, Henry D in his own jungle here, getting ganged by Mag as well as Funnick, goes down to the nuke, and there was nothing Calculus could do. And quickly going to check the gold here.
Yeah, the nuke potential coming out of Night Stalker and Broodmother on that bottom lane. If they do catch out,
Calculus keeping up to the top lane, catches out Artstyle, and with the help of Tidehunter, they get the kill. Sorry, man, go ahead.
Yeah, if they do catch that SD or Lena, they will pop them almost instantly with the massive nuke from the Void, silence from the Night Stalker, and then the spawn Spiderlings. And yeah, there is a bit of lag coming out of some of these Dara players, it seems, or at least one of them. I think Pink, who's Pink? Yeah, Artstar says, go bottom tower, we need to take that now. Lots of Spiderlings, got Night Stalker during the night time, and Broodmother there. We'll possibly see someone TP bottom to aid them. But we do have Orange pinging at bottom lane, so I think they know that something's going to happen. Though they do want to defend mid lane at the same time.
The tough bananas, man. This game looks a little bit more even, or even in the favor of Dara, because they are leading with the kill score. The gold graph also showing, or leaning in toward their favor. tower advantage 2 for nothing, but the Tough Bananas do have Brewmaster as well as that highly mobile Storm Spirit on top of that really strong teamfight ultimate and 2 strong support heroes.
The only question is, once they're decide it's time to push, we've got our core items, we're going to start taking towers and racks now.
Balsam here looking in trouble. G has his ultimate as well as his nuke ready. Balsam does have his ultimate ready though, now he uses it wisely. Oh, cheeky stuff here. Immediately popping the smoke. We saw this in another game already. Once he does split, you just use the smoke and you can't be seen. Oh, S4, he uses ultimate right before he goes down to an auto attack from Funnick. And now Henry D here using his ultimate as well as Disruption on Night Stalker. He might go down to the pop. Henry D keeping on auto attacking. Artstyle here has to use his black hole to save his teammate, and that was the completely right call to make. But Nino here, his nuke, oh man, a little bit over. He should have waited with his stun a little bit, or maybe cast the stun first. Now he goes down to the nuke potential coming out. So 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Dara, and now this T1 tower is most definitely going to go down. On the top lane, Calculus is going to try to give some momentum to his lane and see if he can get a trade out of it, and he's well underway toward his Bloodstone, so Calculus will be able to participate in those team fights here pretty soon as the T1 tower bottom goes down.
Yep, and Calculus going for, well, shall we call it G's build, the Arcanes into Bloodstone. Very popular build. Made, I suppose made popular by G a couple of months ago when he brought that to the forefront, and Calculus being very smart there. Void from the Night Stalker into an instant TP, making sure that he can get out of there. He doesn't know where any of the enemy heroes are, so he made sure that he was safe.
Yeah. That's the thing with Night Stalker. You gang someone, you initiate with your Void, and then they could, in most cases, just TP out. Goblin here gets caught out, and look at that nuke potential. Even they heal. You know, Enchantress is low HP, and she hates burst because she does have a strong heal, but if you just burst her down, then there's nothing she can do about this. Tough Bananas here grouping up as 4. Artstyle here. Oh, look at this. Calculus here coming in from this way, forcing him into a really bad spot. Look at this. The Tough Bananas here are backing out though. They might have been able to capitalize on this. Now they're moving in. Calculus jumped in. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on both sides here. He thinks he can take Artstyle. He doesn't have a Malphus ready though. He's just baiting him out. There he goes. Stun goes. Meg. One more attack is going to get the job. Artstyle does go down, but Calculus here. The Tough Bananas did back out toward their tier 2 tower, and I don't think they should have because they were definitely in the more advantageous position there with Calculus coming in to scissor them.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they were running from. The Tidehunter managed to take out a whole chunk of the Spiderlings and Eidolons, gaining loads of gold. And yeah, I don't know what they were running back to the tier 1 tower for.
Look, there's G
Or
here.
tier 2.
Oh, is very thankful for his blink here, but look at this phase boots panda. Really scary stuff when he's chasing after you. But yeah, as you said, not sure what they were running from. Also, I just noticed that Goblin as well as Funnick both went for an Urn of Shadows. Yeah. Artstyle gonna go for a mech, has a Soul Ring, and so does Meg. So Artstyle already more farmed than last game, as his Lich where he was sitting on. I think it was like almost 20 minutes into the game. No, less. It was like 10 minutes. And he just had a magic stick. Poor guy. No aggressive pings coming out from Tidehunter here. He says we gotta push this, but here Funnick stuns and silences Disrupt from Henry D. Man, this guy. Always there when you need him. Now might be a little bit out of position, but here's Nino. Gets a stun on 2. It's chain stun off from the Tidehunter ultimate, and my goodness, 2 heroes drop like flies on the Dara side.
Brilliant stuff there, Ravage into Lina combo.
Yeah. And look at this ultimate here from... Gonna get a stun on Artstyle here for sure. No, they choose to go for... Okay, they're gonna save up the Enchantress for later with that Cyclone. Artstyle's gonna go down. Now they're gonna turn around to wait for Enchantress to come down, and here she goes. The Tough Bananas here turning things around in this game. If they win this, they win the 8th JoinDOTA Masters here. Holy crap. 4-for-0 trade. Coming out of the Tough Bananas. What an awesome initiation coming out of these guys. T1 tower short to fall shortly after.
Did you see that Wildkin from Dara at mid lane?
Was he blocking Tidehunter or what did he do?
No, do you see where the Radiant Catapult is?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wildkin was standing right next to there, starts letting off a Cyclone, and then 4 heroes just surround him and kill him. Wildkin manning up.
Alright, Calculus needs around 800 gold more, and then he has his Bloodstone completed, and that's a really fast Bloodstone. He's been playing really nicely. Calculus really,
Radiant's middle tower
in
is
my
under
opinion, the
attack.
player of the game. Of course, everyone else on Tough Bananas has been doing a really nice job on support duty and whatnot, but Calculus has been dictating the pace, and he had a team that he could lean on, and they were there when he needed him. Just about like this, except for this little mishap where he moved in this way and chased after Artstyle, but his team, instead of standing their ground around here to be ready to initiate as well, or perhaps even coming around from this side here, decided to back out toward their tier 2, and thus they were slightly out of position, leading to Cactus being dead because he chased Artstyle all the way back.
I think Dera are going to start getting a little bit frustrated now because they want to take the last two outer towers and then try and push into the base, but they're missing their core items, and it's 15 minutes into the game. They're used to getting their core items between 13 and 16 minutes, getting the mech up and then getting drums, 4 staff, etc., and then trying to go high ground and push into the base with these kind of heroes. But seeing as they don't have their core items, they don't have any form of sort of tier 1 items on their Enigma and Enchantress, I don't see how they're going to do that anytime soon.
Yeah, look at Artstyle and the others going for that Roshan. It's just so many units just ganging up on the poor guy. Gold difference still in favor of the Dire. XP is about break even. GTP is in, blinks in just to grab up that Aegis. There he goes.
Yeah, and we're going to see a Necronomicon from him in about 200, 300 gold.
Blink Dagger up for Brewmaster. Now things are going to get interesting. The warding here, really nice from the Dire, making sure this entire area here is warded off. Also this one here, so making sure that they are safe within their half of the map. But this also tells the tale of map control. Dara usually feel comfortable to be up in the face of the enemy by this point in time of the game, as you pointed out correctly. But the Tough Bananas don't want to do this. Enchantress in the meantime goes down in the middle lane. And Queen of Pain kills someone on the bottom lane, so I switch to the middle, and then I lose one on the bottom. So miss 2 kills here, right, one after the other.
I saw what happened at mid. The Enchantress went in on the Brewmaster for some reason, thinking she could kill him one-on-one, or just wanting to deal damage out on him. Gets him to down about half hit points, and then Henry Dickinson comes in and just says, "Hello, I'm going to kill you now."
Okay. Tier 1 goes down. The Tough Bananas are not stopping, or are they? They're already thinking about the fact whether or not they want to keep on going. Bottom tier 2 goes down though. Now the tier 2 of the middle Dire is being pressured as well. Artstyle is just waiting for that extra gold for his mech to fly that out for successful defense of the middle tier 2. Ping's going out. God, not sure if they should continue pushing or if they should defend here, but now I think they decided to defend, and the Tough Bananas realize this and back off for now. Oh, look at G! Blinking in after them with a double damage rune. It wears off just about now. 1 more second left. Tough Bananas. Look at Initiate. He jumps. Calculus. Look at Artstyle being bursted down here. Well, really good blink here from S4. 2 heroes immediately dead from Artstyle. What perfect blink from all of these guys. Calculus in a little bit of trouble. This silence off. As you said, really low HP. G's ultimate finishes the job there. Funnick also, they're not as tanky as he wants to be at the moment because Panda pops his ultimate. Now 1 for 1. G here has to blink out and looks in big trouble because he's cycling up into the air right now. Maybe he should have gotten the stun. His blink will be ready right now, but the stun wears. Oh, look at this! Look at this defensive smoke here. But Tide is there to reveal that, but it was just too slow because G was able to TP out time. Look at Balsam here though, going up against 333, which is Goblin. G here showing some major balls, but going down. Artstyle now into the fight as well. Has his mech completed. Oh my goodness. Is he going to use his... Yeah, he does use Black Hole to get that kill here. So what do you think about that?
Lots of things happened there. First of all, nice initiation with a double dagger, Brewmaster and Tidehunter jumping on 2 or 3 heroes, catching them out absolutely unaware. But they were missing their 2 support heroes, Henry Dickinson on that Shadow Demon and Lena, sitting in their base, sort of trying to defend the bottom lane, and Henry Dickinson walking all the way to mid, taking a long trek to try and help out in that team fight. Eventually getting there, taking out a Night Stalker, and then looping out to try and help out in the rest of the fight, but in the end...
Long jump from Calculus onto the bottom lane with a Dust Mag. Looks in big trouble, and the ultimate from Nino is going to seal the deal like NP, man. Just kill him. And middle tier 1 goes down, Artstyle and his Eidolons, making sure of that.
Dead is dead.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was a surprise Blink Dagger on that Tidehunter. Wasn't aware that he had that, but really good. Calculus jumped in, focused down Enigma, and right when the disable duration was gone, Tidehunter, boom, was there, dropped the Ravage, and now they're going to smoke, going to try to find themselves a kill on this G to steal the deal on this game here. Tough Bananas want to win the 8th JoinDOTA Masters.
Yeah,
Here he goes, disrupted immediately. Nino has to time it perfectly, and he does. Ultimate is out, and G is dead. Perfect initiation. Awesome execution.
Yeah, really nice there. I mean, the Lina SD combo. SD and anything can fit together. Disruption can link up almost any spell. Mirana Arrow, Brewmaster Clap, Lina Stun. Anything that you have to sort of time your stun or time your spell to land somewhere. SD Disruption is almost a perfect setup for it.
Yeah,
Dire's top tower is under
definitely.
attack.
The tough bananas. Leaving me speechless, man.
Again, I was not expecting this to have come out here guns blazing. They're
It's
showing their
just
strength.
ridiculous. Maggie on the bottom lane does have his Orchid. Is going to go toward the BKB. Silences up Balsam. Goes for the kill, but the silence will wear off just now. But he doesn't have the ultimate, but here comes Calculus support. Jump in, and he uses the dust as well, and he will jump one more time, gets the slow. The nuke will be ready in 3 seconds, but Mag will be able to come on Phonic here on support duty. 2 more seconds for the ultimate, and down goes Brewmaster. Really nice play from Dara here. Silence up for Calculus. He's also out of mana. Henry D here, completely out of position as well. Artstyle's also in here. Oh, here comes the Ravage from Tidehunter. Makes sure that Mag is going to go down. He is on really low life, manages to go out, get out of the fight. Calculus is also in big trouble, still out of mana. Nino also here on low mana, managed to get a stun on G, who ulties Calculus to death. Really nicely done. Phonic here, as you said, making sure that his positioning is nice. Doesn't go back quite yet. Works together with his teammates, and yes, there down goes Tidehunter, and they're going to dive.
This looks like a really bad position now for the tough bananas, because although Dara's heroes are all low hit points, they do have a huge creep wave incoming, and they're going to try and push this tier 3 tower at the bottom lane.
Exactly. Just one little thing about strategy in Dota. It doesn't matter if you win a team fight somewhere on these points on the map, because by the time you realize you transition this into a push advantage, the enemy heroes are alive again. The advantage that Dara had was that they won the team fight right here in front of them. Balsam blinks in though, wants to stop the push, uses ultimate, smoke is popped, but Calculus jumps in as well. Artside goes down like nothing. Enchantress comes back down from the cycle. It's going to go down here shortly if nothing is going to happen. Yes, Calculus makes sure of that. Phonic here also has to back out G, also has to blink out, and now Dara on their back foot have to go back to their base.
Possibly slight overestimation of the hero respawn times. I'm not entirely sure there, but they should have done a little bit of damage at that tower and tried to back off. The mech was popped, but they didn't have enough mana and hit points to try and stay out that the high ground advantage.
But yes, there you go, man. The Tough Bananas have been winning this game up to this point, but only because of a lost team fight in a bad position. They almost lost a tier 3 tower on their high ground, and that is what Dota is all about. You want to force team fights in strategically advantageous positions, because if you force a team fight on the enemy side of the map, you can even lose a team fight. It won't matter so much, because by the time they're on your side and pushed in and wanting to rax you and get that team game-winning advantage, you will be alive again. So this is the way that Dota rewards aggressive play. And most teams don't realize this enough that, look at this, TTV want to go on this way, but Calculus says, go up there, and he jumps, gets G one more time, and look at that burst damage coming out. He goes down immediately. Nothing you can do about that. Doesn't have a Lincoln's. Wouldn't have mattered if he had one. Well, actually, a Lincoln's would have saved his ass there.
Now that was a 5-man spanking. That wasn't a normal gank.
Yeah.
That was absolute demolition there of G.
And look at that drawings coming out of Dara. They must be... Those are some pissed off Ukrainians, man. Goblin here gets caught out, and Calculus, look at him. He can jump such large distances, and the burst damage, it will be just too much. Down he goes.
Too busy drawing on the map, complaining about having no wards, and now all of TTB TP back except the Brewmaster to try and defend this tier 3 at bottom lane.
Yeah, there we go. Mag again setting up that lane. Needs 650 gold more for his BKB. Waited with his spider before he sends them in. Silence up on Calculus. Here we go though. Tidehunter is always there at the right time. Look at the burst damage coming out on Mag. He almost goes down, but Artstyle managed to catch 3 heroes in a black hole. Lina goes down. Let's see if they can make some more of this. Phonic has his BKB ready. Look at Dara. They are now showcasing why they are one of the best teams ever. Artstyle, however, goes down. 2-for-1 trade so far. 2 for 2 now. And Phonic realized he's in over his head. He has to TP out.
Panda did almost nothing in that fight. He was too busy trying to chase down heroes, chasing Broodmother who went invisible, trying to blink back into the fight, chasing Nightstalker who TP's out. He got very little DPS out there.
Man, I'm so impressed by the tough bananas. I can't say it enough. I'm really impressed by the tough bananas. G here, with an invisibility rune, is going to try to find himself some low HP hero, trying to burst him down with his scream and his ultimate.
Sneaky, sneaky boy.
Yeah.
Here come all the
Calculus,
pings from the
that's what he's
Broodmother.
waiting for, but he will be too slow. Spider goes down, and G is like, oh, damn it.
It's not a matter of G being too slow. That Broodmother had nowhere near enough life to be staying so close to that ranks there with so many heroes alive. I mean, Tide was alive, Brewmaster was alive. They were even considering jumping in, but all they needed was that storm, and G does initiate on that storm, but all he has to do is ulti away.
Yeah, that is true. As you said, maybe that invisible G wasn't that much of an asset as they thought, because that gave Mag the psychological effect that he felt safe because he had someone there. But it didn't matter because Cactus just jumps in and kills him because he was so low HP. So yeah, that's totally right. Art style pinging onto this Tidehunter, and this Tidehunter, man, S4. All of the tough banana guys have been performing flawlessly. Like, man, the ultimates from this Tidehunter and Nino's stuns, Henry D's Shadow Demon's disruptions, Brewmaster. Well, Brewmaster just in his last fight was a little bit underperforming, but just in all the games that Balsam played the Brewmaster, he has been pulling his weight for sure. Tough bananas, looking good toward the mid game of the second game of the grand finals here of the JoinDOTA Masters number 8, and if they don't screw up too much, they might very well win this.
Yeah, well, you can see how passive Dare have to be now. They're all farming their forest. It's the only thing they can do. They've got to try and claw back as much gold as they possibly can, possibly take that Roshan. It's the second Roshan now, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah, and
So
sure
they
enough,
don't
they
have the
move in,
chips
but
yet.
this time, the tough bananas are prepared. Probably noted down the time when it happened. Oh, they were just on warding duty, basically, I think.
Yeah, with the Broodmother causing trouble at bottom lane, they do have to keep an eye on him. Oh, lots of pings coming down Roshan. They know they're in there. They just saw the Enchantress with her 2 centaurs heading into that Roche pit.
Did they notice in time is the question? Yes, they are already in position here. Dara.
It's gonna go down very soon.
Jump calculus! Night
could-
Stalker picks it up. Down it goes. Broodmother also bringing herself into position here to fight this. Balsam being silenced. Oh, again! An awesome disruption coming out of this Shadow Demon. Holy crap now. They're just going to wait for the BKBs to wear off. But Balsam again came out of the disruption and now has time to use his ultimate. G now being initiated upon by Calculus. And now comes the Ravage. My goodness, TTB being really professional players here. Art style has no chance but to use his Black Hole a little bit prematurely here in a really bad spot. Goblin here being chased from Calculus as well. Let's see if anything else is happening. Yes, Phonic being chased, but that will be the end of that.
And this is the problem with Dara's play. So many times
Jump in on Goblin one more time. Calculus here, pulling him back towards himself, and the burst damage is enough to kill him. Lina goes down from Mag here, the back end of play. Phonic here now realizing Calculus might be a little bit low on mana here, only on 300 mana. He's going to jump himself up onto the high ground right here to try and survive this, but he was silenced. So down he goes, 3 for 3.
It was quite a nice play there from TTB, allowing Panda to bait all of the spells, bait all the damage, and drop his ulti when he was on about 150 hit points. But this has been the problem with Dara's play. They keep trying to focus the tanky hero. They keep trying to focus down the Brewmaster or try and focus down the Tide, instead of trying to go for that Lina and SD who are causing all of the problems. Because they're disrupting, they're stunning, they're nuking. They are actually doing most of the actual groundwork here. And once all these Dara guys are surrounding a Brewmaster, you know what happens. That Tidehunter jumps in with that Ravage. It's happened so many times. They've tried to focus down
Here
one
comes
hero.
the jump on Phonic. Let's see if he jumps. Calculus jumps right back up because he was stumped by Artstyle. Artstyle here looking in trouble. Oh, back up, man. What are you doing there? Phonic here also doesn't quite have enough. Look at this here. Shadow Demon anticipating this correctly. Oh, and now here comes the silence on Calculus as well. Oh, he immediately tries to TP out, but again a nice disruption here, man. This guy is so on point with all his skills. Calculus here is going to survive, jumps himself down into safety. Phonic here chains him down though. Okay, Calculus, man, you are going to die nonetheless, but Phonic here might very well lose his Aegis. He does. Buyback from Storm Spirit here. And here comes Night Stalker one more time. Where's the jump from Storm Spirit? He's going to wait. And this might be the end of the team fight. No, not yet. Calculus jumps in on G. Where's the stun? There's the nuke, and down he goes. Again, another disruption and a nuke on Phonic. He does go down one more time. 2 for nil trade so far. Goblin on his way back out. And the tough bananas are defending their territory like crazy and making Dara look like, well, second placers of this final.
Yeah, as you keep saying, these disruptions from Henry Dickinson are top notch. They're saving, they're offensive, they're killing, they're destroying. Every single spell he uses is to perfect use. Absolutely amazing.
Yes, really good player, really nice support he's been pulling off, and just props to the Tough Bananas, man. They have been executing team fights perfectly. Two heroes on their side pop the BKB, focusing down the toughest hero, like that Brewmaster there. Shadow Demon moves in, disrupts him. Everyone of the TTB side backs off until the BKBs wear off. Right when the BKBs stop, Tidehunter blinks in, ulties, and then TTB goes in to fight and destroy them.
Yeah, this is why TTB have been excelling in these games. It's their ability to kite and their ability to run back in when they know they have an advantage or they know they can pick off some heroes without suffering casualties themselves.
Yes, exactly. And look at this, the gold graph still in favor of the Dire, though. Mostly because of the fact that their aggressive play has been rewarded. Oh, here we see an initiation on someone. No, on oh yes, it's Mag. But he comes out alive. Gonna find himself a regen rune here, maybe.
That gold difference is mainly due to the how many tower advantage? The 3? Yeah, 3 tower advantage. Oh no, 2 tower advantage. They've still got tier 2 at mid. No, it is a 3 tower advantage, but not for longer.
So Artstyle still looking for his BKB. How far is he off that? He still needs about 900 gold. Died 8 times now. Funnick, BKB as well as Plate Mail. Gonna have to check that later because the tier 2 tower in the middle is being pressured, but Dara backs off. Realize that they've been pulling the short end of the stick in all these team fights, and Nino here now being chased by God. He does have ultimate and everything ready though. He's gonna try to land a stun. Oh man, lucky that G didn't get hit there. Well, Sam here. Some urgency on these heroes again. Henry D, look at this. There he goes. Same thing. Dara, man. Learn from your freaking mistakes. Mag goes down immediately. Funnick here focuses down Balsam, but the sign's gonna wear off. Here comes the pause from Mag.
What a pause. Now has G disconnected because of his internet, or has he disconnected because he doesn't like the game anymore?
Man, why do they keep, as you said, man, why do they keep focusing these high HP heroes? Because Shadow Demon is there, man. He's just like, alright, I guess they're gonna do the same thing again. So
I can't get my head around it. I mean, it's happened almost every single skirmish. They go for the Brewmaster. They keep going for him. They think, I'm going to silence him and kill him before he can get his ulti off, but they simply cannot do it.
Alright, the unpause is gonna come. Balsam will definitely survive the duration of the silence because, well, Funnick has about 2 more seconds left of magic immunity, and Lina will be there with the stun. So here we go. Yeah, Funnick, wisely enough, decides to run back out. So again, fail initiation by Dara.
But you can say fail initiation from Dara, but you can also look at it from the other side and say that the Tough Bananas have been positioning themselves excellently. Because Henry Dickinson and Lena have made sure that they haven't been on the front lines. They've made sure they can sit in the back and cast all their spells and make sure that everyone's safe and happy and that they win the team fights simply by not dying. Because if they don't die, they ensure that they can cast all of their spells throughout the entire team fight, which with SD you need to be doing with your short cooldown spells. You need to be spamming them as often as possible.
That is true, though. Now that you mention it, it is true that every time they've been initiated upon, it is that Shadow Demon that comes from their base, from the safe side, to counter-initiate, and he has never been caught out. Look at this conversion of heroes here on the bottom lane. Funnick. What would he give now for an Aghanim Scepter? Artstyle now. 250 gold is what he needs for a BKB. Do they really want to initiate now and go for the push on the bottom lane? While Cactus on the top lane pushes that out.
I totally forgot they had a calculus. He hasn't been in many of these skirmishes for the past 3 or 4 minutes. Has he just been farming up? What's he sitting on? Yeah, he's got his BKB up now in about 1200 gold. We'll probably see him TP bot after this creep wave just to defend off.
Yeah. And here we go. One more time. Dara might want to use the fact that there's no Ravage up. So they're just gonna go full retard on these racks. And Funnick here eating a bunch of stuns and nukes, and now here we go. They don't have a glyph as well, so Dara choosing their point of initiation wisely here. Dara might not know that he doesn't have a black hole. Oh, Artstar goes down immediately to a really nice ultimate here. God gets taken out of the fight as well. Funnick has to run back as well. And look at Goblin here. Hasn't been too effective with that Enchantress at all. Goes down as well. Mag here also gonna die. 3-4-0. Successful defense. But God here has been up in the air the whole time almost. Taken out. And again, another successful defense.
Right here is it's where we're seeing the difference. Whoever's calling the plays on the top bananas is getting them all right. Whoever said it's possibly Calculus saying go on Enigma, take him out before he can get Black Hole off, and they did. They took him straight out, instantly killed. But whereas on the Dara side, it's as though they're just saying go. You know, they just say go, and then everyone's choosing whichever hero they prefer to go on, rather than all focusing on a logical hero to actually take out of the fight to give them an advantage.
Yeah. On the bright side, this melee barracks is very, very low on HP. Just really quick, man, could you check the stream, if it's lagging or not?
Yeah, I'll just bring it up.
Calculus here, sitting on 2.2k HP and 11 charges on his Bloodstone, so this is by no means a squishy Storm Spirit. And now, the Tough Bananas taking on the tier 2 mid, and now Dara on their back foot. On the bright side, Dara does have an Enigma Black Hole, but Artstar doesn't have a TP scroll, so let's quickly check here. No, also doesn't have enough gold for his BKB. Diving G, and he goes down immediately. I totally missed that, but saw it toward the end here. G goes down. Does have money for buyback though. Tier 2 bottom is going to fall shortly here. Let's check the gold graph. It's break even, and with this tower, the Tough Banana Rain is going to be ushered in.
Yep, and the stream is fine according... Well, I've just looked at it myself, it seems okay, and a couple of people have also said that the stream is absolutely fine.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
Yes, this is where we see TTP convert their advantage from team fights into actual pushing towers, because Dara haven't been able to convert that. They did have a good old crack at the bottom lane, but they only went so far before it turned around. There's a buyback from G there.
Here we go. Funnick runs in, waits with his BKB until they go to initiate. Now he gets though. Waited a little bit too long. Artstar here with a black hole and completely misses everything. Oh my goodness, he got his BKB and fails so bad. Funnick goes down in the back of the play. Now Artstar falls. Lina goes down as well. Let me quickly check where the fight's happening. Mag here in the middle of the fight. His BKB wears off though. Calculus here still on almost full mana. Once the silence wears off, he's gonna kill like crazy. G here and Big Trouble. Buyback basically wasted. Look at this here. Initiation on G. Also gonna go down here most likely. If he blinks, Calculus is gonna jump. Where's the blink to? There he goes. Calculus gets the kill. 4-for-1 trade. And full team wipe here once this Enchantress goes down. And oh my god, TTB are most likely going to win this JoinDOTA Masters against Dara.
I've got tears in my eyes. That black hole was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, that was pretty shitty, man.
Oh wow! He walks in with BKB, lets off the Midnight Pulse, and then black holes the ground.
And like cancel, it like hits the S button like right after it, out of shame, like oh okay.
You didn't see nothing.
That was shitty.
Yeah, seeing almost a free racks for TTV, and
There you go.
It's probably gonna spell the end of the game for Dara, because they have converted their advantage very nicely. They've won team fights, they've pushed towers when they could. They've defended very, very well against Dara's pushing, very hardcore pushing lineup with the Enigma, with the Broodmother, and with the Enchantress. And they did cop quite a lot of damage on the bottom lane, but they successfully defended it, and they managed to take out the racks of their own on the other side of the map.
Here we go, Nino. 4-stabs himself away, safely to the fog here. Art style. In anticipation, destroys the trees, but Nino, too smart, man. The guy's too smart.
Just an excellent play. I mean, we can blame Artstyle for having an absolutely rubbish black hole, but then we can also say that TTB split up. They did a 360 split.
Yeah, man, TTB, you guys are so awesome. You guys have been performing this entire tournament just so well. is just ridiculously awesome. The Tough Bananas, man. Ridiculous name, but ridiculously good play.
Where are you going?
And Cham just converting that Brewmaster illusion and going to send it down to scout out Roshan, but unfortunately it has already
Oh,
fallen.
look at Calculus.
Calculus, you fatty fat.
Yeah. Sheepstick. Artstyle, one more time, he uses BKB running around like he has a black hole, but he doesn't have one, he just wants to scare him. Henry D on the Shadow Demon has to, for once, disrupt himself, and wow, he was waiting for that to blast him into oblivion. Now Calculus here, also taking a bunch of damage, has enough mana to jump himself around the battlefield though, and again! Lina saving her ultimate to take down that Broodmother. 2-for-1 trade so far, Artstyle here also going down, and the pipe is up as well. 3-for-1 trade. Phonic here, looks in trouble, looks in big trouble. Gonna go down as well. And G, the last one surviving, last man standing, and only Shadow Demon going down for the Tough Bananas. Just again, a really nice team fight. You baffled, man?
I just don't know what to say. I mean, these games have been absolutely amazing from the Tough Bananas. They've come out and showed us how to play the game.
Yeah. Here we go, another initiation out on G here. Chain stunning, like in the book, man, just perfect. Where's the GG?
Yeah, we'll just wait for it now, because like I said, when that bottom racks fell, it just seemed that the Tough Bananas have been converting every single chance they've had into an advantage. Every single opportunity, and there's the GG from Artstyle.
Wow. There's the GG.
Very, very well played from the Tough Bananas.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Just, I'm baffled.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Disconnects are out. And here we go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jumping from Calculus. Jumps around a little bit before the stone's gonna go down. Most likely gonna survive this. Nope. Oh well, he does have 22 charges, man. Look at him. 22 charges on the Bloodstone. And the Aegis.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
The throne should fall any second here. And look at Phonic. He's so tanky, but he still wasn't able to do jack shit. That is it, guys. The Tough Bananas beat Dara in the grand finals of the 8th JoinDOTA Masters. Congratulations to Tough Bananas. You earned your victory, beat some of the best teams around, and good luck in the future. Thanks again for tuning in. To the viewers, thank you, Durka, for being here with me.
No problem.
Please check out epiccommentary.com and also find Durka on Twitch, on Facebook, and on Twitter at JoinDOTA. Alright. Look at, just quickly here, some endgame analysis here quickly. MVP, in my opinion, Calculus. Again.
I would have to disagree with you there. He did play well in his role as the initiator, but I've got to say Henry Dickinson pulled out all of the stops.
Yeah, I had my mouse on Shadow Demon, but then I was like, okay, go up to Stormster, but you are right. His disruptions have been right on top of it, just perfect timing. In all the games, all the guys from Tough Bananas have played very well together. Really good play coming out of these guys, and they've also been playing with stand-ins, so it hasn't always been the same players, and still really good coordination coming out of these guys. So well played, Tough Bananas, and yeah.
I mean, in summary, I reckon TTB just executed their picks superbly. I mean, they picked what they wanted, they knew how to play, they synergized well. They've obviously been practicing for a long time, because the communication is absolutely brilliant. They knew who they wanted to go on, when they wanted to go on, exactly what calls were being made, and they were listening to them. Absolutely brilliant. A little bit of confusion within the Dara ranks possibly, with a few miscalls and interesting moves, such as focusing the Brewmaster several times instead of trying to focus a lower hit point hero. But yeah, all in all, I would say outplayed. It feels weird saying that, but the tough Bananas outplayed Dara.
Yeah. And that is it, guys. The JD Masters conclude. Tough Bananas take the win against Dara. Thank you guys a lot for tuning in one more time. My name's Epi. Check out epiccommentary.com and see you guys later. I will be covering the Pro Dota 2 Europe scene again with my co-commentator Durka here, and I hope to see you guys again. See ya.